guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a first impression of this Clinique Superbalanced Silk Makeup Foundation. And what I'm going to be doing is applying it to my skin. I'll let you guys know my first opinion about it. Then I'll come back with check-ins throughout the day, probably like once or twice. And I'll let you guys know if there's any updates. And at the very end, I will let you guys know my overall opinion about it. So I really do like Clinique's products. They are really good, affordable products. But I always love to save some money where I can, especially on skincare and makeup, because it does add up after a while. Even though that it is affordable, it still adds up. So I actually checked Notino.com's website out, and that's actually where I purchased this because they had this. They have a lot of Clinique products, and that's one thing I love about Notino. They always have so many different brands. They have everywhere from luxe brands to affordable brands and everywhere in between. They have fragrances, they have hair care, they have skincare, and they have makeup. So I just love checking their website out first before purchasing off of any other retailer, because they always beat the retailer out if they have the product. So I will link them down below for you guys if you guys are interested, because I've been shopping with them for so long and I'm just always happy and satisfied with the customer service, with all my products. I've never had an issue, so I just absolutely love the website. And if you guys can save some money, definitely do so. And they're just a really good website to purchase products off of. So yeah, let's get right into this review. So if you do want to see my first impression / review of this foundation, and then just keep on watching. So I am going to be applying my foundation. Now I am going to be using a primer on one side of my face and the other side will be without the primer. I just want to see if they act the same. So the primer I'm going to be using is my Tom Ford primer. I just love this, guys. I have been using this for so long and it lasted me. So it is expensive, but it lasts. Just absolutely love it. So I am going to also be using my Artiste brush, because I also love to apply my foundations with my Artiste brush. So I'm going to be priming this side of my face and leaving the other side unprimed. Now I do have dry skin, so this primer is perfect for dry skin. It really moisturizes and just gives you a little luminosity to the skin as well. So I just like that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put my hair back or on the side or whatever, I don't know. Do something with it, right? So I am gonna just place this on the back of my hand and apply it to my skin. Now this does have SPF 15 in it, so that's really good, especially if you don't use an SPF. Probably gonna get it in my hair because I didn't put my hair back. Got it in my eyebrows. Do you see this? No, this is real life. It's going on very smooth. I like how it looks so far. I might have put too much on my nose. Okay, so that is one coat, and I have to say I really like the look of it, but I am noticing a little difference between the side that I did prime versus the side I didn't prime. Now I feel like the side that I primed just looks a little more seamless, it just looks a little more hydrated, a little more illuminated, and it just looks more natural looking, versus the side that I didn't prime, where it does look nice, but I could definitely tell the difference between the sides. I also can see maybe a little more dryness going on this side, but I do have dry skin, so if you don't have dry skin, it might just act a little differently for you. But for me, that's what it looks like for this side, but this side looks really good. So I do like the side that's primed a little bit more right off the bat versus the side that's not primed. I mean, it does look really nice. Do you guys see? It does look seamless, but you could just tell a little difference between the sides. So I don't know if you guys can tell. But yeah, this side I definitely like a little bit more. It covered up my freckles. The only places that you can see my freckles still a little bit is like right over here and a little on my nose still, but that's about it. Everywhere else looks really good. It looks like it covered everything up really evenly. Now the finish to this foundation looks very nice and natural looking. It looks like your skin but better, and I really like that, especially for a full coverage foundation. I would definitely say this is more full coverage foundation for the simple fact that it covered everything up basically in one coat. And usually light to medium foundations are buildable, but it takes like about 2 coats or so to cover up my freckles, but this one did it in 1 coat, which is amazing. So I would definitely say it's more fuller coverage. I'm not gonna say it's straight up full coverage because I'm not sure if it's supposed to be, but it is a little more fuller coverage. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, it looks really nice. I don't notice that it's going into any pores or fine lines or anything like that. It also doesn't look like it's oxidizing at all. Now I've had it on now for a couple of minutes and it doesn't look like it oxidizes. It doesn't seem like it's clinging to any dry patches. It feels really nice. Like, it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like it's cakey. It doesn't feel sticky or tacky or anything like that. It just feels really nice and light on my skin. I feel like my skin can breathe, and that's really good, especially for more fuller coverage foundations, because usually when you get a full coverage foundation, they are a little heavier, making it more of a full coverage foundation, and your skin doesn't breathe, and that's not good for your pores. But this is really nice. It's very light, so I feel like my skin can breathe through it. I don't feel like I have a mask on. I don't feel like my skin is like tight and has a lot of stuff on it. It just feels very light and natural. So my first impression is I really do like this foundation. I think it's a really good foundation, and especially for how much this foundation was, because I have some more expensive foundations and I do love them, but this really gives a really nice look to it, and it gives a really nice feel to it, and it's really affordable, so that's really good. So I am going to be coming back with a check-in maybe in a couple of hours to let you guys know if I see any difference on either side. And also I am going to be applying the rest of my makeup, so I'm not going to scare you guys. So I'll come back with a full face of makeup, and I'll let you guys know how it reacted with other makeup, how it played with other makeup, how smooth the other makeup applied with this foundation, because that is very important, especially if you are putting other makeup on, which most of the time that we are putting the rest of our face on top of a base. So we want that base to be really good and actually play really well with other makeup. So I will definitely let you guys know how it works out with the other makeup that I apply, and also how it works out all together. I am going to be doing a couple of errands today, so I am going to be going in and out of the heat and the cold. It is winter months near me. It is November, so I'll let you guys know how it works out in the winter months, and then I will kind of give you some indication on how it might work in the summer months. It is 11:18 right now. Let me show you guys. So it's 11:18 right now. So yeah, I'll be back in a few for the check-in. So I am back, and it is 4:13. So it is 4:13. And I've had this on about 5 hours now. I gotta say, I don't notice much of a difference since I put it on, but I do see a couple of differences. Let me get my mirror. So I notice over here, it is settling a little bit. Now remember, this is the side that we didn't prime, and this is the side that we did prime, and it is settling a little bit in my pores, but I didn't use any primer, and I usually use a pore filler, and I didn't use a pore filler today on this side. But this side where I did do the primer, even though I didn't do the pore filler, I see that it looks so much better. Like, it just looks so much better. And then over here, it's settling a little bit into my fine lines. And this side, it's not settling at all. Now, around my nose, it doesn't seem like it's settling on this side, but this side, it looks like it is just like a tad bit. It also is breaking up on this side versus this side. Over here is where I had my sunglasses, so you kind of see the indentation of my sunglasses. So it definitely comes off if you wear any sunglasses or any glasses at all. But besides that, it looks pretty good. It still looks exactly the same for the most part, especially on the side that we did prime. On the side I didn't prime, those were the only issues I seem to have. So I'm going to say if you have dry skin to normal skin, I would definitely use this foundation with a primer. After 5 hours, it still looks really nice, especially with the primer. And it actually looks like it's seamless on my skin on the side that I do have the primer. Also, I felt like more I wore this, the more that it just adjusted to my skin. Like it just looks so much better, especially on the side that I have the primer on versus the side that I don't have the primer on. I highly suggest using this foundation with a primer because it plays very well with primer, especially like illuminating primer. And I really just like how it looks. I just like this foundation a lot. I don't feel like it oxidized at all. I don't know if you can tell the difference like between my neck or my face, but it kind of looks like it's all the same. And also it's just a really good color match for my skin. I just absolutely love the shade on me. I have to say, when I'm self tanning, this is like my perfect shade. I just feel like it's a really good foundation. It also has SPF 15 in it, so that's really good if you don't have another SPF with you or you don't use a moisturizer with SPF. Now I do use a moisturizer with SPF 15, and this is just like an added bonus. I also think it works really well with other makeup. Like when I was putting the makeup on top of this, like my blush and my bronzer and all that, it seemed like it played very well with other makeup. It didn't seem like it was lifting when I was trying to put my blush or bronzer on. It seemed like everything was very easy to blend in, especially the side where I do have the primer. So I really like this foundation, especially with primer. So I'm going to say if you have dry to normal skin to combo skin, definitely use a primer with this foundation. You'll be very happy. So yeah, that's my final thoughts on this foundation. I just absolutely love this foundation. I am going to continue to use it, especially through the winter months. It is more fuller coverage also, so it is not a light coverage, it is fuller coverage. I don't know if it's supposed to be full coverage, so that's why I say it's fuller coverage, because I have noticed for my skin, it just covered all my freckles up, and that's exactly what I want a foundation to do. But I can put the rest of my makeup on so everything looks really even. That's exactly what you want a foundation to do. So if you have really perfect skin, I would say you don't even need this foundation because it is fuller coverage. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about this foundation. Have you tried it before? Have you not tried it? Do you want to try it? Let me know in the comments. And also if you have tried it, let me know how it worked out for you. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did like this video. I hope it was helpful. And if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Please come join our little YouTube family here. We'd love to have you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.